Okay, here we go. Thank you for joining us at the Gil Lafare Show. You can see a sign that says applesauce. I'm just kidding. You can see it says applause. Hey, Joe, flick that sign on for me. Remember, you're a big part of this show. And so the better you are, the better Gil is going to be. All right, there's another fella here giving me a sign. And it says in 10 seconds, we're going to go. All right, this is exciting, so get ready.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
And now, recorded live on tape from New York City, it's Late Night with Gil Lafare. Tonight's guests, Joyce to Jill, Angie on the street, Leah, Anatoly Straczynski, and me, Hey Wow, Buck Brannon with the Freddie Earl Band. And now, the ninth wonder of the world, it's Gil Lafare.
You're a much better audience than the one we had last night. They looted the place, and if it weren't for Buck escaping and bringing back the couch, we wouldn't be having a show tonight. Speaking of Buck, I'd like you to know that for the price of admission, you get more bang for the buck. You certainly won't pass the buck on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Buck Brannon. Don't cheer too loudly, you'll want to raise. Ladies and gentlemen, the Freddie Earl Band. That band sounds the best as it has in a while.
Gil, did you say you wanted me to smile?
I said your band sounds hip.
Did you say you wanted me to strip?
You know, that's what you get when you've got a deaf band leader. Hey, wow, Buck, really looking good tonight.
Thank you.
You know, I know a man who gave up smoking, drinking, sex, and rich foods. What do you think happened to him?
Well, I guess he lived healthy right to the day he killed himself.
Buck, do you know what the difference is between divorce and legal separation?
Well, I think legal separation gives the husband enough time to hide his name.
Very good, very good. Well, you know, if life was fair for everyone, what would be the best thing that could have happened for him?
Well, I'd say Elvis would still be alive, and all the impersonators would be dead.
Oh, yeah. Along the same lines, the Israelites waited anxiously at the foot of the mountain. They knew Moses had had a tough day negotiating with God on the Ten Commandments. Finally, an exhausted Moses trudged down the mountain. I've got some good news and some bad news, folks. Good news is that I got them down to 10. The bad news is adultery is still one of them. I know I'm not a real funny guy, but my writers didn't help me tonight. Now, we got two young couples got together every Saturday night for years, but their visits were starting to get boring. One night after several drinks, they decided they're going to spice things up by swapping partners. The next morning, Mike woke up, he rolled over and said, "Did you enjoy that?" His new partner replied, "I had a terrific time. Let's go see how the girls did." Roar, right? Our first guest is a lady who might just have rediscovered the fountain of youth. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jill. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
I understand that you used to be Joyce, but now you're Jill. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Correct, Jill.
And you've gone through an incredible transformation. Let me show the audience a before picture. Let me just say that this is an unbelievable transformation.
I'm so happy with it.
Well, you should be. Can you tell me what you think caused this change?
Well, it's a medication change.
A medication
change,
You must have a very special doctor.
I do. I found actually, he is a doctor and a veterinarian. Well, actually, he's a veterinarian.
Veterinarian. Which doctor is he?
Oh, no. He's not a witch doctor. He is from the French Quarter, though, down in New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Yeah. This doesn't work for everyone, though.
But it sounds like a witch doctor to me.
No.
Okay.
My husband has taken the same medication.
Yeah.
And it had a different effect on him.
It really
Actually,
did.
He's in your band.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you stand
Wes,
up, sir?
do you remember Wes?
Wes, would you
yeah.
please stand up?
There he is, yeah.
Yes, it obviously isn't working. If it has done anything, I'd hate to see a before picture of you. Not to pass the buck, but I think it's time to go see Angie. And we'll be right back after this. We're here with our person on the street. Good evening, Angie. Where are you reporting from?
Good evening, Gil. Today we're at New Boston in New Hampshire.
Great. Do you have a guest for us?
I certainly do.
Who do you have?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Hi there,
Hi, what's your name?
Lee.
Hi, Lee. My name is Angie. Have you ever watched the Late Night with Gil Lafare?
I sure have.
Lee, this is Gil from Late Night with Gil Lafare show.
Hi, Gil. Boy, I love your shows, Gil.
Lee, we're back here in the studio. Tell me, how are the jokes tonight?
Oh, yes, your jokes are very good, but I have a couple of jokes that I think are better than yours.
Well, let's hear them.
Well, the one about little Johnny was on the street and he meets the new minister. And the new minister asks him where the post office is. He got a little bit mixed up on the directions. So he asks little Johnny, and little Johnny directs him. And then the minister says to him, "Gee, Johnny, I'm having a sermon tonight on how to find Jesus. Would you like to join me?" And he said, "Nope." "No, why not?" "Well," he says, "if you can't find the post office, how are you going to find little Jesus?"
Good. Do you have another one?
Yeah, I have another one for you. Little Johnny's with his father in church, and he says to his father, "What are all those names on the board for?" And his father says, "Those are for all the men that were killed in service." And little Johnny, he's thinking and thinking, and he says, "Which one? The 9 o'clock or the 10 o'clock?"
That's good. That's good.
That was great. It was nice talking with you, Lee.
Okay, thank you. Nice talking to you.
Thank you, Gil, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, Angie, thanks for the report from New Boston, New Hampshire. Hey, Buck. That Lee, she was great. I think we ought to get her back.
Well, only if Angie can sober her up a little bit.
I don't think she'd be any good. My next guest needs no introduction. She's an old friend, and I'm a big fan. Give a warm welcome to Leah. Leah, welcome to the show.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
You and the Lip Sync Reunion gang had a great YouTube experience.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, we had a lot of fun making that video, and a lot of great things came out of it.
Well, that's terrific. But I understand you had some problem over in Europe.
Yes, we were banned in Germany.
Banned in Germany? How did that happen?
I'm not sure of the specifics, but I think it has something to do with a distaste for interspecies relationships, namely the love of humans for lobsters.
Oh, well, I can understand that. I love lobster.
I know, me too. It was really special. We had a good time working with Larry, my co-host. He's the lobster that I sent to. We really hit it off and kind of developed something special. Some people might call it an affair. I know the tabloids went crazy over that. But we had fun. We tried to keep it low profile, but eventually I had to break it off. Larry didn't take it very well. He ended up turning red. Later, I spoke with his agent, and he told me he got into a lot of hot water over that. I don't think it ended well for him.
I can see that could be the case for a lot of his kind.
Hey, Bill, do you have the video ready? If you have it queued up, let's take a look.
Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing, hot night, wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met
Yeah, I could certainly see the passion between you two. I sometimes have that look in my eye as well.
Thanks. Larry's a pretty special lobster.
I understand you've gotten past all of that. You've gotten married to our piano player, Andy. Yeah, how terrific.
Yeah.
That's nice. And also, you have a new baby girl.
Sophie Ann.
Sophie Ann, and she's right here in the audience with us. Isn't that? All right, everyone. Leah from Lip Sync Reunion, Call Me Maybe, and now a word from our sponsor, Red Lobster. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Siberian pro golfer Anatoly Straczynski. Welcome. Welcome to the U.S. It's great to have you here. It says that you are the premier pro golfer in Siberia. Anatoly, I must admit that I am a big fan of golf. I try to get out as much as possible. Please tell me, how many golf courses are there in Siberia?
Pajaba.
Okay. What's good? Okay.
Oui.
Okay. Well, you must like your vodka.
Pastrovia.
Score. Well, I guess that's one way to start a round of golf. Do you think I'm getting through to Anatoly?
Well, I'm not sure, Gil. Maybe he could help you with your swing.
Okay, maybe I could pick up a few pointers from Anatoly. Yay.
Pastrovia.
Give me golf lessons. I should have had some more vodka. This would be a good time to cut the commercial. Anatoly, don't feel bad. I learned a long time ago not to trust the guests. Always forgive them. No harm, no foul.
Yasa Maria.
Buck, you know, I haven't understood one word Anatoly said tonight.
Well, Gil, I'm just glad I never took up golf.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anatoly Szerzynski.
Man, would you like to come up here on stage with me? Yes, you. Please. Please. Good evening, young lady. What's your name?
Yolanda? Yolanda Braintree.
Yolanda Braintree. What a wonderful name that is. And are you ready to try and stump the Freddie Earl Band tonight?
I'll try. I don't know. It's a pretty popular song where I come from.
Well, where do you come from?
The edge of town.
Other side of the tracks, perhaps?
What?
Other side of the tracks, perhaps?
Oh, yeah. You have to go over them.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, that sounds good. Can you tell us what the name of that song is?
It's called Snoops the Lawyer.
Snoops the Lawyer. Freddie Earl. Freddie, tell me, do you know Snoops the Lawyer? Guess not. Okay. Well, here you go, Yolanda.
I know a certain lawyer from a little town. He got the name of Snoops from always snooping round. He was the most peculiar man I'd ever seen. I'll give you a description of the man I mean. Snoops the lawyer never wore a collar. Snoops the lawyer charged an awful price. Snoops the lawyer never spent $1, and no one ever took a bit of his advice. Snoops the lawyer never wore a collar. Snoops the lawyer charged an awful price. Snoops the lawyer never spent $1, and no one ever took a bit of his advice. Fellow was arrested only yesterday. He stole 11 bottles from a smart cafe. But Snoops the lawyer laughed right in the judge's face. He says 11 bottles never made a case. Snoops the lawyer never wore a collar. Snoops the lawyer charged an awful price. Snoops the lawyer never spent $1, and no one ever took a bit of his advice. A lady lost a little dog she couldn't trace, and while she told the tears were rolling down her face, Snoop said that he'd like to take her case. In fact, he'd like to take the little doggy's place. Snoops the lawyer never wore a collar. Snoops the lawyer had to charge an awful price. Snoops the lawyer never spent $1. No one ever took a bit of his advice. Snoops the lawyer.
Oh, excuse me, madam. I'm sorry tonight. I think we are all out of space. We have no more seats left.
Wait a second. Madam, why don't you come up here and sit?
I think this is the best seat in the house.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And what is your name?
Virginia Beach.
Oh, Miss Beach. That's a lovely dog you have.
I would prefer you to call me Virginia.
All right,
and
Virginia.
This is my dog, Sadie.
Oh, Sadie is lovely. Is she smart?
Yes, she is. She's a trained dog.
What kind of a trick can she do? So
it's
if you
nice
ask her
outside.
a question, oh, is it nice
Yes.
outside, Sadie? Yes. Very good trick. That's really
Good.
remarkable.
Good girl.
She's a trained dog. Is that? Does she know anything else?
She's just a dog. Yes.
You know, my grandfather will do the same thing. We hold a little food in front of him and ask him a question. Hey, it's kind of cold outside, isn't it, Gramps? And he'd say yes, even if it was 105 outside. Buck, where's the time gone? I'd like to thank our studio audience and everybody watching. We're about out of time, so for my co-host, Hey Wow, Buck Brannon, and the Freddie Earl Band, please join us for another late night show with Gil Lafare.
Jack, shaking, looking at the audience. This is what you have to do when you got a deaf blind.
Okay, cut. And action.
All right. This afternoon, I was riding in the elevator coming to the show, and there were two old ministers. They're not ministers, they're rabbis. Yeah, okay.
Gil, did you say you wanted me to strip? No.
Name of Snoops from always snooping round. He. Oh, shoot. I forgot the words.
Well, I think that's all right. Take it from the top. Keep going. Keep going.
I thought it was better.
She had us all full of that. Yeah, you're doing so good.
And I was a lawyer in a little town. He got the name.
Quiet.
We're out of town.
Time.
I want to be out of town. Well, I must admit that I am a big fan of golf. I try to get out as much as possible.
Kill all folks.
A call from Siberia.
Get mine out too.
You should have said that. That's right. That would have been a great line.
No, come down.
Now, next phrase.
Pajaba.
Pajaba.
You should out of the family.
Pajaba.
Listen to Joyce, not Val.
Jabba.
Jabba.
There you go. Okay, raise up your line. I wish I had drank more vodka.